Hello there everybody and welcome back to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. Now as you can see we have gathered the whole clan together here, and I have also been doing some work off screen. So I've been developing some of my sensors and I've been preparing for the long trek that we have ahead of us. And as you can see right over here, we now have a massive pile of sticks, which when I pick one up, I can tell the rest of the group to do exactly as I do. And they will now all have a stick that they pick up. And that is due to one of the neuronal pathways that we have developed, which enables us to tell the rest of our group to mimic whatever we do. Now, we have also developed to such an extent that we can actually get them to craft their own sticks now if we take them through the process. But they currently are carrying it in their main hand. I just want them to not do that so that when we come across food, they can still eat. So everybody will now switch it over to their offhand, but I will be carrying mine on my main hand. And we are heading off. Now, I have been doing some exploring as well, some landmarks that I have discovered as well as I went along. But we are basically heading off and staying in the trees as much as we can. But we are heading towards the woodland today. The woodland area is where the forest starts turning into more of a savanna type of environment. Now, what we call that is an ecotone. Now, an ecotone is basically where two vegetation types, very different vegetation types, are overlapping, and you have got characteristics of both of those different habitats. So you would have, for example, some of the forest trees growing there, but you would also have some of your savanna trees growing in the ecotone area. Usually very, very diverse, those ecotonal areas. Let's just have a look where we can jump. I think let's go up a little bit more. And then we'll just take a leap of faith down in that general direction. I think we can jump down here. Whee! And we are just going to be swinging in that general direction. Oh. That direction. Just trying to find a nice path for us to swing along without losing our hominid in the process. This way. Now, of course, swinging up in the trees here instead of going onto the ground is a nice way of avoiding danger. Generally up here, far fewer predators than you have down there. If you were a sloth and we were in South America, we'd have to worry about harpies, eagle. Over here, what we do have to worry about would be the battalier eagle. And I think, just because we can, we are going to try and stab a battalier eagle. Now, they have it here as the battalier eagle that we have in South Africa. It's also known as the short-tailed eagle, and the scientific name, actually, Ecologist, I think, is the species epithet. That actually means without a tail or short tail. And they are the eagle in South Africa, or in Africa, as far as I recall, that has the shortest tail of all eagles. Now we're going to try and tempt him to come after us by... There we go, we can hear him in the background. He's going to very shortly be standing in his nest, and here he comes. And we have now stabbed him, but he is flying off. Now the battalier eagles are not this large, not the real ones at least, but they obviously had to make it a little bit worse in the game so that you've got something to fear when up in the trees. You can't just stay up here. If you stay here long enough, and we're going to take the stick off this one here. Come on. Oh, maybe this one up here will give us their stick. Come on, give us the stick, precious. We're going to stand up here again, try to get him to come and attack us again. Shouldn't take long. But this is a way for the developers to stop you from just staying up in the canopy the entire time. You have to go down eventually because you're going to run out of sticks. You're going to be attacked the whole time. If you're not prepared, you will be killed by the battalier. Now, as I said, the battalier are not this large in nature, but they are decent sized, and there are records of them attacking primates. So that is valid. That is a good chance that they or their ancestors may have fed on the hominids that we've got in the game here. So I waited a very long time in the nest, eventually ate all 3 eggs that were there, but the battalier has not returned, which is very strange. Usually it will keep on attacking you there at its nest while you are, until you either kill it or move off, or go lower down in the tree. However, we have not been attacked since that first one. So Yeah, I even came up to the top here after eating the eggs, trying to get it to come and attack us. And you can see we are in quite a nice gorge area here. Basically nowhere for us to go except that direction. The rocks over there would be too steep for us actually to climb out. So we are kind of stuck in this area. The only way to go for us is towards that direction there. And I think that is west. So we have to head out west. And we are heading in the general direction of that landmark over there. So you can see I've explored a little bit over here. That's the Two Rivers Junction. Two rivers get together there. That's why it's called that. Very original. There we've got a nice oasis, the Cascade Oasis, which is at the waterfall site as well. Over there, I actually did kill a saber-toothed cat, Macaridist, off screen. But we are probably going to encounter another one as we are going over to that landmark over there. So I will see you in a moment. Okay, we are basically at the site. However, we first have to quickly rationalize conquer our fear, to rationalize the environment. So we've expanded our home range and we are now at this site over here. Let's see, what is it? So it is the Under the Cliff Oasis in the jungle. So we are still in the jungle. We still need to go a little bit further west. And we are going to head to the woodland, which is basically a denser type of savanna. And we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, this is quite a nice little area. We've got enough food. We've got enough water. We could settle here. But I want to get to the woodland today. So we are just going to make a bed and sleep. Also check or look out for saber-toothed cats, the Macaridis, because Murphy's Laws, they're going to attack us just as we are relaxed at a nice safe-ish spot. Now, there were some things that are new to us, so there's something here. Let's have a look what on earth it is. Oh, yes. So this is a new place where we can get food. Like we have the fishing spots in the water, here we have a hole to poke. I'm not going to be making a joke about that. Yeah, are under attack. There is a Macaridis. You know what? I'm going to come and stab you. Come, where are you? The bugger. Here we go. Oh, I jumped out. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. There's a white Macaridis. Okay. Where's my stick? So in that attack, I did drop my stick and my rock because we are still useless in terms of grasp control. I was not facing the right direction when I left spacebar. Okay, one of them's bleeding, which means we just need to fix that again. You see, we are at a safe area. We are under attack immediately. This very often happens. So the only safe oasis in this entire game is the hidden waterfall oasis where you start. That's the only safe spot in this entire game. The rest of the areas are most certainly not safe. So we just stripped some horsetail leaves and we are going to give that to the bleeding individual. Let's see, is that you? Yes, it is you. So let's give it to you. They are going to apply it and not be bleeding anymore. So there's a reddish glow that was there or is there around that one individual, and that's gone now. So bleeding has stopped. The red glow basically just means that that individual is under some kind of distress, either being attacked or bleeding or have a broken bone or anything along those lines. So I'm just going to be making a bed quickly and just sleep until mid-morning, and then we'll carry on towards the woodland. So just a tip for those of you that are playing this game or will be playing it in future. Whenever you go to bed to sleep, make sure that you've got a stick, but you switch it over to your offhand before you come down to sleep. That means that when you are under attack, not if, but when you are under attack while you are sleeping, which you'll see from the eye at the left-hand corner, then you can quickly jump up, switch to the main hand, and stab whatever is trying to attack you. Okay, that was a relatively uneventful... Oh, we are under attack. Again. And let's stab it. So now we have developed the self-control gene again, which is the nice one which allows us to not drop our items as easily when we are under attack. So again, it helps to be prepared by having a stick in your hand when you do wake up. Let's just have a look here. Let's just eat a little bit, get all of the individuals, all the hominids to also eat a bit before we head out again. Okay, so here's the hold poke. Let's use our stick and let's try and see if we can get anything. And we have caught a scorpion. Wonderful. This scorpion here would actually be quite venomous. It's got a thick tail and relatively thin pincers. Okay, this is not one that I would want to be messing with. Right, so of course, people would say, "Oh, it's a poisonous scorpion," but you know, it's one of my little pet peeves, and for my students who know the difference as well, it's also some of them at least their pet peeve. The difference between poisonous and venomous. So snakes, there's only 1 or 2 poisonous species of snake in the world. Poisonous means you bite it and you die. Venomous, like scorpions over here, like this one that we are eating, is giving us an upset stomach. But if it stings you and you get sick or you have venom injected into you, that is venomous. But if you go and lick it and in the process, or you eat it and in the process you get venom into you or poison into you, then that is poisonous. So poisonous and venomous, we do use it in different contexts. People tend to lump it all together. Venom is a type of poison, but it has to be injected into you. So the scorpion that we just ate was venomous, not poisonous. The green mamba that we encounter in the game, also venomous, not poisonous. Lots of frogs, toads for example, would be poisonous rather than venomous. And mammals, there's only 1 or 2 venomous species in the world. Relatively, or very, very few. Birds, no venomous species, but there are some poisonous ones. The petuis of Papua New Guinea, for example, would be a poisonous type of bird, where there is poison present in its in its feathers, in its organs, in its skin, and you would then get sick if you try and eat them. Okay. And there is one last food source for us as well, apart from the mushrooms over here, and that's actually the things that are over here in these spider webs. This is something new for us as well. We don't know what this is yet. Now, of course, we go and pick one up, and we investigate it or inspect it, we'll find out that this is a trapped insect. It's an insect that was caught in this massive spider web. And then, of course, the spider is there. It's Capus insecta. It technically would be Insecta capus, which is captured insect. That's where the word captured comes from. It means trapped. And yeah, so we are going to eat that, probably get another upset stomach. So this poor little hominid, not an upset stomach. That's interesting. All the others are now also going to mimic us and go grab a little insect snack for them. So here we do have a cave system as well. I'm not sure whether there is anything interesting in there. Nothing moving in there. There is a new type of fungus for us to also eat, one of the mottle gills over here. Let's grab it and just go get close to water so that we can drink water immediately. So in order to also become omnivorous, we do need to eat all the fungi that are in the game. So all the fungi, all the animals, don't have to eat all the plants though, but we do need to eat all of these things. So let's inspect it. It's going to be, I think, a mottle gill, a Paneolus, I think it is. The genus, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, not edible. Paneolus skinctulus. The banded mottle gill mushroom. So this is definitely going to immediately give us food poisoning and an upset stomach. Really not a good time. We are just going to wash this down with water. And of course, all the other ones are mimicking our actions and are going to get themselves poisoned and feel really, really horrible. Okay, so we are drinking a lot of water to get rid of the upset stomach. I just realized that this blue mushroom that we have here, however, will help us get rid of the food poisoning part of our bad experience that we are having here, the tripping on mushrooms over here. So let's eat that. We are going to get upset stomachs, but we are not going to have the food poisoning anymore. Okay, so we've got rid of that. Now just drink a lot of water to get rid of the upset stomach. So this game, you do get neuronal energy for doing things like that, being able to cure yourself of certain ailments, or to just withstand it long enough without dying. So bleeding, for example, you can bleed to death, but if every time you are healed from bleeding, you strengthen a certain neuronal pathway. But we are going to just carry on with that as we go along in this game. It is nighttime again for us. We basically spent an entire day here getting poisoned and recovering. So we are going to look for our bed right over here. We are just going to lie down. We want to show you what the neuronal pathway is looking like that we have developed. As you can see here, we have developed quite a nice network. However, we'll only be able to take or reinforce 6 of these and need to redevelop a lot of them as well. Ooh, that was awesome. We just woke up. We were attacked by the Macaridist. And who are you? You are Epic. Ob over here just stabbed him. And that was quite amazing. So Ob there got a nice little stabs into that Macaridist. And that's why we have them carrying weapons, so that they can defend themselves if the need arises. So we are basically just going to eat and be off. And I'll see you in a moment. We have found a new fruit up in the tree over here, which I think is a type of mango, if I'm not mistaken. This looks very much like a mango, and I think this is, yes, the African Kasturi mango. So they call it the Kasturi mango. This is actually based on a mango that is extinct in the wild. The species no longer exists in the wild. It comes from the one of the areas in Borneo. We are trying to grow mango in a tree in our fruit forest as well. It's very small. It's been crowded out by grasses in the past. With me having broken my leg recently, haven't been able to, or didn't get to the grasses or taking out the grasses in the fruit forest section of our garden. But I'm getting there again now. And for the first time in I think about 6 months, our mango is actually seeing the sun again, which I think is in shock about the fact that it can see the sun. Okay, and we are off again. Let's see, where are we heading now? We've got to head in that direction. So we're just going to be jumping in the trees. It's going to become more and more difficult to find a path in the trees, because the trees are getting sparser and sparser as we make our way towards the woodland. So then we really will be forced to walk along the ground, which is far more dangerous. Of course, there is a risk of falling down and breaking your legs when up in the trees. But when you are down on the ground, you can just be attacked by so many different predators. So let's find a way to the woodland area. As you can see, I kind of got distracted again. We are in the middle of the day, so this would be the perfect time to try and get the bachelor eagle to attack us. And I can hear him, so it's not going to be long. And here he comes. Ah, I still haven't killed him. Okay, we need a new stick. Okay, we kind of just landed next to a crocodile, which is not ideal. But we have successfully intimidated it, which is, ideal. Not sure where on earth that crocodile is. Oh, there he is. Right over there, just cruising along. Okay, good to keep in mind. We found a stick. We're heading back up the tree, and we're just going to take another stab at the Battalier Eagle when we get there. Now, interesting, this Battalier was the same one that we had attacked earlier, because it already has a spear in him. But Battaliers would be very territorial. This would not be the same one as the one on the other side, because it's a different nest. So each nest would belong to a different individual, which is not the case in the game here. There's only one Battalier that spawns here. So we are just going to jump down, make our way down again, so that we can grab another stick. However, There is something else that I'm seeing over there, and that is a black Macaridist. Ooh, okay, there was a green number as well. Was being the operative word. There's the black Macaridist. This is a new one for us. Macaridist giganteus niger, which refers to basically a black Macaridist giganteus. Now, Macaridist giganteus, I don't think actually occurred in Africa. That one was found in Asia, as far as Middle East, if I'm not mistaken. We are going to go whack it with a rock, which isn't ideal. Ideally, we would have had a stick, which would have given us a greater chance to actually kill him. But we did manage to scare him off, which was kind of the idea, I guess. But we are still looking for a stick again. Oh, there's a python as well. This place really is dangerous for us at the moment. There's a crocodile, there's a black Macaridist, there's a python, there was a green mamba, there's everything and anything. Let's just see where that... I think that's the black Macaridist over there. Yeah, that'll be him. So he's probably going to be coming past this area again, and we're just going to stab him with a stick then. Back at the nest, our hominid is actually getting very tired. It's only 5 o'clock, but they've had very short rests and very long periods of activity. And we have successfully killed the Battalier Eagle. And that Battalier's carcass is now going to be lying somewhere on the ground, and we've got to go find it. So again, let's just inspect and then butcher it. The new gathering site, the Battalier Eagle carcass, Terathopius ecodatus. So ecodatus, as I've mentioned, short tail, because of the very, very short tail that the Battalier has. Definitely one of my favorite birds of prey. Really, really gorgeous. So we are just going to grab one of these pieces of meat. I think there's fresh water here. Let's eat it here. And I knew we were going to be under attack. Something's coming our way, so we're just waving a piece of meat at the python. Unfortunately, the python did get one of my elders. So when in doubt, just wave meat at whatever is attacking you. That doesn't sound right, but anyway, we are just going to now carry on eating. Under attack by a Macaridist at the top there. Thankfully spotted him ahead of time. We really are, in danger wherever we go. Now, we need a place to sleep, and we can sleep when we get to that spot over there. So, I think let's actually head out, and tree-wise, I think, if at all possible. Let's try and get to safety. Apparently, that one individual is still injured. And another one just got mauled by the saber-toothed cat. Okay, so we've got 2 injured individuals. Wonderful. I'll just quickly address that. So I think to avoid any further complications, let's head up the tree and stay up in the trees as much as we possibly can. Until such a time that our hominids can really defend themselves well. Well, until we get to the woodland at least. So we are in a very big pickle. There was a python and a crocodile and an everything attacking all the individuals. So unfortunately another individual got hurt. It's an elder. I'm getting tired of the elders being useless, so I'm just going to let him bleed out. Hopefully not die completely, but we are on a mission. We have to get to a specific spot. So let's head there, and then we will under attack again. Yeah, saber-tooth. Come on. Stop doing that. Leave my individuals alone. It's the same one that was attacked a moment ago. That poor one is not having a good time. being attacked by a crocodile, by a black Macaridist, being attacked by a python. Let's just have the friggin' piggies also attack him. Oh, there's another black Macaridist. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. Let's chase them off in... they can't head in that direction. That's across the river. And mid-screaming, we were attacked by the black Macaridus, and he suffered the consequences. So quite a nice gruesome death over there. At least that's one fewer predator to worry about. That poor baby is being bashed by a rock and a piece of meat. That is not a... I don't think they should have that animation when you're carrying a baby. But anyway, let's head off. Yes, I know we're tired. We're almost dead due to being tired. We need a nice spot to drink some water. And then we'll find a place to sleep. Okay, so this individual of mine is currently suffering from hysteria, and he can't go anywhere. He is just going to likely run back and disappear back to our settlement. It's really not ideal, because we are under attack and we don't have a weapon, and this really is not a fun time for anybody in the general vicinity. Okay, so we have found this spot that we were heading to, and I realize now which one it is. It is the biggest tree that is in the area, or the biggest kapok tree that is in the area, known as the Father Tree, if I'm not mistaken. So there is, if you are doing a normal playthrough and you are doing the, basically a story, if I can call it that. So you start in your first time, basically, and they give you certain objectives that you've got to do. Discovering the Father Tree is one of those objectives. So you need to climb this tree in order to discover the spot at the top here. So let's just head up a little bit more. I think if we are standing amongst the ferns here, we should, or amongst these plants here, a little bit up perhaps. We should be able to discover it. There we go. So here we are, the Father Tree. So we are now, I believe, starting to head into the woodland. So we're just going to climb up a little bit more, have a look around. And then we'll just make a little spot down at the base of the tree. So really a gorgeous place. Oh, yes, of course, because we have discovered the Father Tree. We now also have 2 more meteorites hitting the landscape below. This Father Tree over here gives us a nice view. We had come from the forested area to that side, I do believe. Now, if we head more towards this side, we start heading into the more open woodland. There's a nice big lake down below. So we are on the escarpment. We are at the top of the plateau that we were at. And we can now head down into the more open woodlands. And then from there, further to the west, you'll head into the savannah. So way off in the distance over there, so to the left of that meteorite that's smoking over there, you'll head into the savannah. So it's much more open over there. So that's where we'll be heading next time. First, I have to explore this lake area over here down the bottom. Then we'll head over to the more open woodland next time. And then also head over to the savannah from there. So this will be, I think, the last session that we have in the forest environment. And I'm actually going to miss it. I like the forest environment. It's the safest environment, even though today we were really being attacked by every single predator we could have, except for the green mamba. That one didn't attack us. It was just, not in the general vicinity and got killed by the black Macaridist. But we were attacked by a golden Macaridist, white Macaridist, black Macaridist, attacked by a python, attacked by a crocodile. Yeah, we were pretty much attacked by every single thing Battalier Eagle. We were really okay, but Battalier Eagle, we were looking for that. I mean, we were really looking for trouble there. But we basically were attacked by every single thing that could have attacked us. If they could have, they would have. Or if they could have, they did. Okay, that's something new for us to go and smell. Let's just have a look here. What else we can use to rationalize our environment? Because our little hominid really is not happy about the fact that he still hasn't been able to sleep. That's like his one thing he wants to do in life at the moment is take a nap, and we're just refusing. He's been awake for 48 hours. It's like, you know, me when I'm marking exams and things like that. Awake for 48 hours and not very happy about the fact that he is awake for 48 hours. So let's head over to this direction, rationalize our fear, or rationalize the environment, conquer our fear. Ooh, we are being washed downstream. Not very good. See if we can climb out here. Yes, we can. There we go. That spot there, we can conquer our fear. Now, we are actually able to walk a little bit upright for longer. Let's just get our energy back. As you can see, we can walk a bit upright and a bit of a jog. That's kind of what I look like when I do my jogging, which I don't do. I tend to stay away from jogging to start with. But in any case, if I were to jog, I would look like that. A few new plants in this area as well, you know, in between the closing eyes. So we'll have a look at them next time. For now, let's make a sleep spot, and sleep. We're just woken up, again attacked by a Macaridist. Thankfully, the individual that was attacked had a stick, and they managed to stab him, which is wonderful. But that is where we are going to end today's episode. So a very nice little area that we are currently in. Lots of food, lots of water, lots of predators, lots of things that can happen. So join me next time as we carry on towards the more open woodland and head towards the meteorites that had just landed as well. So until next time, this is Will signing off. Have a great time and stay safe. I will see you soon.